Good evening, beautiful souls. Thank you for being here tonight, for choosing to invest in yourself, in your growth, and in the infinite possibilities that lie within you. I'm deeply honored to stand before you to talk about something that has transformed my life and the lives of countless others. Create your future, the art of intention and abundant living. This is not just a title. It's a way of life, a philosophy, a sacred invitation to step into the fullness of who you are, and to design a future that resonates with your deepest desires. Tonight, we're going to explore the power of intention, how it shapes your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately your destiny. We'll dive into the art of living abundantly, not just in terms of material wealth, but in love, joy, peace, and purpose. And most importantly, we'll talk about how yes, you, have the power to create a future that aligns with your highest self. So, let's begin this journey together with open hearts and open minds. The power of intention, your inner compass. Let me start with a simple truth. You are what you think about most of the time. This isn't a new idea, but it's one we often overlook. The great philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "You become what you think about all day long." Your thoughts are not random, they are the seeds of your future, and intention is the gardener that nurtures those seeds into reality. What is intention? It's not just a wish or a hope. It's not crossing your fingers and saying, "I hope this works out." Intention is a deliberate, focused energy, a commitment to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with what you want to create in your life. It's the spark that ignites the creative process, the force that says, "This is who I am, and this is what I'm here to do." Let me share a story with you. Many years ago, when I was a young man struggling with self-doubt and a sense of lack, I stumbled upon a book by Napoleon Hill called Think and Grow Rich. It wasn't just about money. It was about the power of the mind to shape reality. Hill talked about the importance of having a definite chief aim, a clear intention for your life. That idea hit me like a lightning bolt. I realized that my life wasn't going to change by accident. I had to decide what I wanted, focus my mind on it, and act as if it were already true. So I began to set intentions. I wrote them down, I visualized them, I felt them in my heart. I intended to become a writer, a speaker, a teacher of truth, and you know what? The universe responded. Opportunities appeared, doors opened, and my life began to align with those intentions. That's the magic of intention. It's like a GPS for your soul. When you set a clear destination, the universe conspires to help you get there. The 4 pillars of intention to create your future. You need to understand the 4 pillars of intention. These are the foundational principles that will guide you toward a life of abundance. Let's explore them together. 1. Clarity. Know what you want. The first pillar is clarity. You can't create a future you can't see. So many of us drift through life without a clear sense of what we truly want. We say, "I want to be happy," or "I want to be successful," but those are vague ideas. Intention requires specificity. What does happiness look like for you? Is it a loving relationship, a fulfilling career, financial freedom, inner peace? Get clear on the details. Here's a practical exercise. Take a moment tonight, when you're alone with your thoughts, and write down your intentions. Be specific. Instead of saying, "I want more money," write, "I intend to create a thriving business that generates $10,000 a month by next year." Instead of saying, "I want to be healthy," write, "I intend to exercise 4 times a week and nourish my body with wholesome foods." The clearer you are, the more powerful your intention becomes. 2. Belief. Trust in your worthiness. The second pillar is belief. You must believe that you are worthy of your intentions. This is where so many of us stumble. We set a goal, we get excited, but then that little voice in our head says, "Who are you to dream this big? You're not good enough. You don't deserve it. That voice is the ego, and it's lying to you. You are a divine being created in the image of infinite intelligence. You are not here by accident. You are here to express your unique gifts, to shine your light, to live abundantly. The universe doesn't make mistakes, and it didn't make a mistake when it created you. So when you set an intention, hold it with the unwavering belief that you are worthy of it. As Jesus said, according to your faith be it unto you. Your belief is the fuel that powers your intention. 3. Feeling. Align your emotions. The third pillar is feeling. Intention is not just a mental exercise. It's an emotional one. You have to feel as if your intention is already true. This is the secret behind what some call the law of attraction. It's not enough to think about what you want. You have to feel the joy, the excitement, the gratitude of having it now. Let me give you an example. Let's say your intention is to find a loving partner. Don't just think about what that person might be like. Close your eyes and imagine holding their hand, laughing together, feeling the warmth of their presence. Let that feeling fill your heart. When you align your emotions with your intention, you send a powerful signal to the universe that says, I'm ready for this. Bring it to me. 4. Action. Take inspired steps. The fourth pillar is action. Intention without action is like a car without gas. It won't get you far. But here's the key. The actions you take must be inspired. They must come from a place of alignment, not force or desperation. When you're clear about your intention, when you believe in your worthiness, and when you feel the joy of it, the right actions will flow naturally. Inspired action feels effortless. It's not about hustling or struggling. It's about following the nudges, the intuitive hits, the opportunities that show up when you're in alignment. Maybe it's reaching out to someone, signing up for a course, or simply showing up as your best self every day. Trust that the universe will guide you and take those steps with confidence. Embracing abundance, a mindset shift now. Let's talk about abundance. Abundance is not just about money, though that's part of it. Abundance is a state of mind, a way of being. It's about recognizing that the universe is infinitely generous and there is more than enough for everyone. More than enough love, joy, health, and wealth. Many of us grow up with a scarcity mindset. We're taught that there's not enough to go around, that we have to compete, that we have to settle for less. But that's a lie. The universe is abundant, and you are part of that abundance. As the great mystic Rumi said, out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right-doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. That field is the field of abundance, where lack does not exist. To embrace abundance, you must shift your mindset. Here are 3 ways to do that. 1. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is the gateway to abundance. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you attract more of it. Start a gratitude practice today. Every morning, write down 3 things you're thankful for. They don't have to be big. Maybe it's the warmth of your coffee, the smile of a stranger, or the fact that you're alive and breathing. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present, and that shift opens the door to abundance. 2. Release the need to control. Abundance flows when you let go of the need to control how it comes to you. When you set an intention, trust that the universe will deliver it in the perfect way and at the perfect time. This doesn't mean you sit back and do nothing. It means you take inspired action and then surrender the outcome. As I often say, you don't have to know how the universe is going to work it out. You just have to know that it will. 3. Give generously. The fastest way to experience abundance is to give it away. Give your time, your love, your kindness, your resources. When you give without expecting anything in return, you create a flow of energy that comes back to you multiplied. As the Bible says, give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Be a giver and watch abundance pour into your life. Living the art of intention and abundance. So, how do you put all of this together? How do you live the art of intention and abundant living every day? Let me share a framework that I've used in my own life and taught to thousands of people around the world. I call it the Create framework. Each letter stands for a step you can take to create your future. C. Connect with your source. You are not separate from the universe. You are part of it. Connect with your source, whether you call it God, Spirit, the universe, or your higher self, through meditation, prayer, or quiet reflection. This connection aligns you with infinite intelligence and reminds you of your divine nature. R. Release resistance. Resistance comes in the form of fear, doubt, and limiting beliefs. Let go of the thoughts that say, I can't, or it's too late. Replace them with affirmations like, I am capable, and the universe supports me. Releasing resistance opens the flow of abundance. E. Envision your future. Spend time every day visualizing your intentions as if they've already come true. See yourself living the life you desire, feel the emotions, and trust that it's on its way. Visualization is a powerful tool for programming your subconscious mind. A. Act with purpose. Take inspired action every day, no matter how small. Each step you take brings you closer to your future. Trust your intuition and act from a place of love, not fear. T. Trust the process. Trust that the universe is working in your favor, even when you can't see it. Trust that delays are not denials, that challenges are opportunities for growth. As Lao Tzu said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Trust each step. E. Express gratitude. End every day with gratitude. Thank the universe for what you have and for what's coming. Gratitude keeps you in the vibration of abundance and ensures that you're always open to receiving more. Overcoming obstacles on the path. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't address the obstacles you'll face on this journey. Creating your future is not always easy. There will be moments of doubt, setbacks, and challenges. But here's the truth: every obstacle is a teacher. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your intentions. When I was writing my first book, Your Erroneous Zones, I faced rejection after rejection. Publishers told me my ideas were too radical, that no one would read a book about taking responsibility for their thoughts. But I refused to give up. I kept my intention clear. I believed in my message, and I took inspired action. Publishing the book and selling it out of the back of my car. That book went on to sell millions of copies and change countless lives. The obstacles were not roadblocks. They were stepping stones. When you face an obstacle, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? Maybe it's patience, resilience, or the courage to try a new approach. Trust that every challenge is part of the divine plan to help you become the person you're meant to be. The ripple effect of your intentions, one of the most beautiful things about living with intention and abundance, is the ripple effect it creates. When you align with your highest self, you don't just transform your own life, you inspire others to do the same. Your energy, your joy, your success become a beacon of light for those around you. Think about the people in your life, your family, your friends, your colleagues. When you live abundantly, you give them permission to do the same. You show them what's possible. You become a living example of what it means to create your future with intention. I'll never forget a letter I received from a woman named Susan. She attended one of my talks years ago, feeling lost and stuck in a job she hated. She wrote to tell me that she took the principles of intention to heart. She set a clear intention to start her own business, believed in her worthiness, felt the joy of her vision, and took inspired action. Today, she runs a successful nonprofit that helps children in need, and she's living a life of purpose and abundance. Her transformation didn't just change her life, it changed the lives of countless others. That's the power of intention. It's not just about you, it's about the world you touch. Practical tools for abundance living. Before we close, I want to leave you with some practical tools to help you live the art of intention and abundant living every day. These are simple practices you can start today to create your future. Morning intention ritual. Start each day by setting an intention. Write it down, say it out loud, and visualize it. For example, today, I intend to approach every situation with love and confidence. Meditation for alignment. Spend 10 minutes each day in meditation, focusing on your connection to the universe. Imagine a white light filling your body, aligning you with abundance. Gratitude journal. Keep a journal where you write down 3 things you're grateful for every day. This practice will shift your focus to abundance and keep you in a high vibration. Affirmations for belief. Create affirmations that reinforce your worthiness. For example, I am deserving of all the abundance the universe has to offer. Repeat them daily. Inspired action log. Keep a log of the inspired actions you take toward your intentions. Celebrate each step, no matter how small, as a victory. Evening reflection. At the end of each day, reflect on how you lived in alignment with your intentions. Ask yourself, did I show up as my highest self today? Use this reflection to grow. A final invitation as we come to the end of our time together. I want to leave you with an invitation. I invite you to step boldly into the life you were meant to live. I invite you to set intentions that scare you a little, that stretch you, that call forth greatness within you. I invite you to embrace abundance in all its forms: love, joy, health, wealth, and purpose. You are not here to play small. You are here to shine, to create, to love, to live fully. The universe is waiting for you to claim your power, to say, this is who I am, and this is what I'm here to do. So, go out there and create your future. Live with intention, embrace abundance, and know that you are never alone on this journey. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your courage, your openness, and your willingness to grow. I see the light in you, and it is magnificent.